I'm trying to solve an age-old question. How do you put an air conditioner in a bus? I started my bus conversion about 4 months ago, and I'm now at the point where I want to get a window air conditioner in because it seems to be the cheapest, and if it goes bad after a few years, I can always replace it. However, I've seen very few videos explaining the process of doing that. I kind of came up with my own solution, and I'm hoping that it works. I haven't done anything yet, but let's see if it works. So what I did was I went out and I bought these. Okay, these are just slides that you would normally use in a drawer, or to put a drawer in. I got heavy duty ones. They say they will hold up to 100 pounds. And because I just have a little window air conditioner that's about 45 pounds, I'm thinking they're going to work fairly well. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So what I did was I had built a wardrobe closet, and I have that wardrobe closet here, and at the top of it I have right to the bottom of one of my bus windows. So I'm not going to go over all the electric and stuff, but I did put electric up underneath here. That silver plate there is actually shore power, because I never would expect to be able to run this on my little battery system. I have 3 100 amp hour deep cycles, and I get decent power out of them, and I have a 2000 watt inverter, but I'm just never going to be able to run an air conditioner. I actually boondock most of the time, so this is only going to be used when I'm somewhere that I can plug in. So I thought, I don't really want this thing to take up too much room in the bus. I also don't want it hanging out the window all the time. So I came up with this idea. So I'm planning on installing 2 of these, and then when I want the air conditioner to be used, then I can just push the air conditioner out of the window. Okay, and I can extend it all the way. All right, and again, these are supposed to handle 100 pounds. So let's see what I can do to get this installed. I brought the air conditioner out, and as you can see, it's very small compared to the top of my wardrobe closet. What I did was put the wire down through already. There was a knot that was in the wood, so I just knocked that knot out, and as you can see, this moves really, really easily. So it will plug in right there. What I've done is I took the one slide off of the channel, and then I installed it on the bottom of the air conditioner. So it's kind of hard to see with that sunlight. There we go. So I drilled into the foot that would normally be on the window. I drilled into that because these holes that were already in there were way too big for the screws. Actually, it's nut and bolt, sorry. Anyway, I did that, and then I came back here, and let's see if I get it to focus. I put a second one right there. I didn't want to get back here. I wanted to put a third one. I wanted to put one in the center and one on either end, but I didn't want to get anywhere close to the coils back here. So this way, when I did it inside, you can see I'm not near anything with that one. And this one that's on the front where the foot is actually not even inside the air conditioner. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I have put on the sliders on both sides of the air conditioner. And I'm going to have to lift it up a little bit just because when I go to push it out, it still is bumping the window there. But that's not a big deal. Like I said, I had cut these, and this is what I'm going to be setting those rollers on, and it should just go right out the window, slide out and slide back in. The hardest part about putting those sliders on was drilling a hole 4 times in the bottom of the air conditioner, just making sure that I wasn't going to hit anything or puncture anything. But by measuring stuff out, it actually came out really nice. On this side is the one I already showed you. There's that bolt, and there's a bolt down in the foot right there. And then on the other side, I did the same thing where I put the bolt in where the foot is. And then this one in the back, you can see right there. And again, I had to measure out just so that I didn't hit anything while I was drilling. With those slides mounted, I was able to put the casing back on the air conditioner. had to have it off so that I could see where I was drilling into. And now it's going to be time to fasten that down to the top of the wardrobe closet. And if all my measurements are correct, that should just slip underneath the top of that window. I just have to put stuff around it when I push it out to use it. So here it is installed. I have everything screwed down to the top of the cabinet, and it's on both sides. As you can see there, wire goes down through that hole I made. And as I push this now, it slides out. It's very, very close to the top, which I like. It actually bumps a little bit as I'm pushing it out, which is just fine. And I can have it. It's hard to do this with one hand, but I can have it just like that. And now, if you look out here, you can see that the vents and everything else is sticking outside of the bus, the living area. And I also have a nice pitch on that, so that anything that's going to drain will drain outside. This is day 2, and what I need to do today is fill in the sides of the air conditioner so that obviously there's no hot air coming in while I'm using it. And it's been a bit of a challenge, but I think that I've come up with a decent solution. It seems to fit pretty well. I have a little bit of light coming in on the right side and a little bit of light coming in on the left side where the connections are for those side fins that come with the air conditioner. But it is certainly doable. I have a really pretty decent seal there. I probably wouldn't have to do any more than that. However, there is some foam that was included with the AC unit, and I can just shove that stuff in around these edges and seal it all up. I already did that with the part underneath. There was about an inch space there, so I just used some of the foam that was included with the air conditioner, and it sealed that right up. Now, I've just got one more side to do. That's the left side, and this project is just about done. Here's the finished product. What I did was I just cut another piece on the left. I measured the height and the width, and that one actually fits even better than the one on the right. I don't really see any light at all coming in around that. So that's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have to put any insulation there at all when I use the air conditioner. And this one over here has, like I said, a little bit of light on the left and on the right, but other than that, that is pretty well sealed up as well. I decided to take that piece of foam out from underneath the air conditioner because I had only cut it to the width of the air conditioner. But there were little areas alongside the track that weren't covered, as in right there. So what I did was I took a longer piece and I put it in from the outside, pushed it up underneath the air conditioner, and then around the slides to fill in the gaps on the edges. And it seems to have a really nice fit. The wood around there, I'm going to stain, of course. I'm also going to build a shelf above it, which will hold the microwave. That'll be up here. Just haven't gotten that far yet. And remember, all of the materials that I have to install this will be out when I'm driving because the air conditioner will be inside, sitting right here on those tracks. When I get somewhere, roll down the window, push the AC out, put the boards in the styrofoam, and I'm ready to go. Since I'm alone, it was hard to take a video while I was working. But I did time it, and it takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes to go from the air conditioner sitting inside to fully set up as it is now. And I think I can handle that. I had to make a small modification to my build. While everything worked really, really good with the slide out, what was happening is the air was coming up and it was hitting the back of this 1.5 by 1.5 board. So the air was kind of just swirling inside there, and I wasn't getting good airflow out into the bus. So what I did, I'll push this out a little bit so you can see it, just it's very effortless. I'm barely pushing that at all. It just slides right out. I'll show you from the end here what I did. I had an old piece of leather that was in my garage for many, many years. And all I did was I put another board right there, and then I stretched that leather across from the back to the front and stapled it. I have a regular staple gun, and I stapled it where the staples are right aside of each other. I'll try to show you that here. So you can see that, like, they're not necessarily touching, but I did put a lot of them in here just to make sure that it was nice and tight and wasn't going to rip or fall down. And now what happens, if I can get on the right angle here, you can see that, there we go, now I'm at the right angle. So when I have the air conditioner pushed out of the window, the air has to come into the bus. And it has made an incredible difference. I only did put this in 2 days ago, but I figured out this morning as to what I was going to do. I haven't actually gone out with it yet to camp. I'm still at home just working on modifications, but I just wanted to add that to the end of this video because I did see a problem, and when I put that in there, that solved the problem. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. If you got something out of it, please let me know in the comments.